And now we're getting back to work at the Duran Music Studio, getting ready for International Make Music Day. And I found this thing, this beautiful practice journal that I created. And so now I'm going to set up what exactly I plan to do in the little time I have to practice today. And I think everyone should make a little time for their musical gifting and cultivating it. So I'm going to say like Thursday. And I'm basically doing what I did yesterday. I'm tired because I took all these weeds down in the yard. Oh, it was so hard. Okay. I want to show you what I'm writing down because it's more interesting than what I'm saying at this point. Not Friday the 13th. All right, that's that. It's very basic, but I'm gonna do it. Whew. I'm out of breath. One of the first struggles in getting started practicing is actually like finding where the music is you wish to play. And I have this in a notebook with all my students' work. And here I am flipping. Got some nice folk songs here, some original compositions, like arrangements that my kids are gonna play, some rhythm teaching stuff. I'm looking at, has anyone here ever done folk music or Irish Cayleys? We're gonna do one of those for International Music Day. Hi, Michael. So I have a plan for that. We're gonna show a lot of songs. Okay, now I know where the music is I'm going to practice. It is in the music closet. A foggy memory comes back to me that we thought, why don't we put all the music in the closet instead of like some by the piano, some by the bassoon, some by the computer. So now everything was in the closet. And this part is, you're probably not going to recognize it from the accompaniment, but that's, we're going to do a before and after for the Grand Old Flag. Ah, I gave it away, but you probably don't recognize this part necessarily. that doesn't seem right. D, E, F sharp. Whoa, really waking up here. Okay. I'm gonna scare you guys all away. Oh, the cuckoo clock is going. All right, we've got a scale. Doing yard work before practicing is not the greatest thing in the morning. Now we're back to G. Oh, thank you. Hey, Alexis, Skill Day. Hey, Michael. So, I teach music. I teach various instruments with different kinds of instrumental color. And for this one, we're actually tuning this piano. And I wanted to see how it sounded before and after. So I'm working on the accompaniment part. That's how the melody goes. But underneath it, you have mud. So, hello, the editor. This music studio is about all things classical, acoustic, Christian, and original music. This is not my original music. This is by Sousa, who wrote tons of marches. So what have I learned here? My fingers are a little shaky after the lawn. I need to get my thumb on A, and those are the kind of funny notes. And that comes back, and it ends in G. Okay, that's all the time I have for that one. Tone Deer is something you guys all could have access to, and I'm going to go over to my computer desk for that. And this is just setting up my ear to hear all the different intervals of pitches. International Make Music Day is going to be here in a week and a day. And that's the day everybody should get out and celebrate their music. So I'm going to show you what I use to tune my ear. Here you get to see it. It always starts with one, comes back to one. Yeah, I got it. It gets harder and harder. Hello. There's the one I'm practicing. I'm getting my ear in shape, because if you can't hear the music ahead of playing it, you're not going to really bring out what you're supposed to. Okay, then I'm going to intervals. That's my main thing. I did better on the chord progressions today than I did yesterday. Got 100%. A third. That's a fifth. Oh. Okay, I got one wrong, but nobody saw me do it. Yay! Oh, no, somebody's back on here. Okay. If you're interested, I am listening to intervals. This is something anybody can do to get better as a musician. I've got Tone Deer on here, and I will just see if I can get 10 more right while you're watching, and I'm going to do a little bit faster speed and turn up the volume so you can hear the intervals too, and see if you guess along with me. So we're going to fast speed. Okay, I did pretty good. So that was like 95%, and the other one was 100%. I'm happy about that. And as I start doing this in the morning, I hear birds outside. They've got their own little music practice they're doing. Okay, I'm going back to this excellent music book that I found. I'm going to keep a record of my success. So it was 100% for the chords, and it was only 95% on the intervals. Okay, now comes the part where I warm up on the bassoon. I'm teaching a class on how to get your reeds in order to play. I've done a lot of professional playing on this instrument. So I can teach the basics of singing, piano, and composition. And this is the instrument that I have the most expertise on, and it's a really rare one. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to be playing, ooh, I wonder why it says retouch on. Does that like make it look nicer? I wish I could put a retouch on to make me actually be nicer. Get some light. Arpeggios. So this is chords in singing. Many instruments you can't actually play chords on. You can play chords on the piano, you can play chords on the guitar, you cannot play chords on the bassoon. The violin, you can kind of play some chords on cello. You can't play more than one note at a time on the bassoon. If you do, it sounds something like this. It sounds like a train. That's not a good sound. So my scripture for this one is, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, In everything, give thanks. And that is a great reminder continually for my day. Touches up my attitude. And that's from the book of 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. Okay, so I made it through that one, and I feel like that's good. Now I'm going on to some brand new original music written in America to sound like something that I think was written in Germany. So this person lives in one of the United States of America, and put in the text in the chat thing what state you think this person comes from, or where he's living. A lot of composers live here. A lot of composers get trained in the state. I'm currently watching a great documentary on Amazon about a person who, see, the governor of this state? And the state begins with the first letter of my first name, which is the first letter of this channel that you should definitely subscribe to. Prelude in G minor, this is called. fun, even being out of breath from the lawn. Does anyone want to guess what state does this composer live in America, who wrote this music that sounds so beautiful? Guessing. It's your last chance. I'm gonna give it away. So it's the first letter of my first name, which is the name of this channel you should subscribe to. Let me play a little bit of it for these two people that hopped on. We're looking for the state in America where this was composed. It's a really famous state. You don't have to think too hard. All right, it is from the state of New York. So this very kind composer named Mitch Boucher has given me a wonderful new piece to play, and I'm hoping to premiere it on International Make Music Day. So subscribe to the channel where I'll do a little live premiere of the whole thing, and you'll see that on June 21st. And yes, definitely like this live and subscribe. Thanks everybody for checking in, and have a great day. God bless. Bye.